Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Janice and I usually talk about my chronic illness, MS, and other chronic illnesses. Today I wanted to give a little bit of an update from an event that I had back in the summer of 2021. What happened is that there was an event that we thought was a seizure, but as time goes on, after all the testing and everything, it's really looking like it was more of a fainting spell. It was quite severe and it did damage me in a few ways and took a long time to recover from. So it was a pretty serious trauma overall, trying to figure it out, not knowing what's going on, not knowing if it's MS related, not knowing if it's going to happen again. But we're now moving into March of 2022 and there hasn't been any more events. My neurologist has given me my driver's license back, which is great. And I did have an MRI a couple of months after the event happened, and it did show a couple of small lesions and one very large lesion that my neurologist was really upset about, and she wanted me to take a whole lot of medications. I chose to wait on that because I really wasn't sure at that point what I wanted to do, and the medical system really had been so slow in even considering this to be any big deal that I thought, well, why should I suddenly jump at all of these things? Also, I prefer to do a more natural path when I can, because my experience in the medical system here in Canada has been that a lot of the times the drugs are there more to make money and maybe help you feel a bit better in some way, but ultimately do more damage to your health than good. So I'm just cautious about medication. So I held off, and my neurologist, thankfully, in our last appointment, she agreed to send me for another MRI 6 months after the previous one, and just to see if the lesions were settling down, especially the larger one that she was worried about. So the question really was whether the lesion was caused by the event and the trauma from that event, or if it caused the event. And of course, she believed it caused the event, which I think right now I could probably disagree with her on that. She may not really feel that way now either anymore. But in the end, we decided that, yeah, the 6-month follow-up MRI would help us to see if I was just progressing and getting worse and really, really needed the medication, you know. So I got my results. I had my MRI recently, and they mailed me the results. And I'm so excited to say that after doing all the natural things that I've been doing, the medication-free, supplementing, really taking care of myself, trying to work out every day, and I've got a video sharing the long list of nutritional things that I'm doing right now. So please check that out if you're interested. The report says that I'm stable. The large lesion has shrunk dramatically. And I have, for the first time in the past 12 years of getting MRIs, I have no new lesions. So I would have to say that following the course I'm on is useful for me right now. And I'm guessing that the neurologist probably will not even call for a follow-up appointment to discuss the MRI, because it doesn't give her any ammunition to prescribe any medications. Right now, all she can say is that I'm stable and I'm doing well. I don't have any new relapses. I haven't had relapses in probably about 7, almost 8 years now. So that's reason to suggest that following a more natural route is better. Cutting out things like gluten and sugar, super helpful. Of course, trying to get sleep when you can. I struggle with that as an insomniac, but rest is important. Exercise is important. And just learning what kinds of supplements and just nutrition in general works best for you. I think I've mentioned before that some people find a low-fat, higher carb but low sugar diet can be more useful for them. Some people find the paleo diet better, some find keto better. The Mediterranean diet, there's the GAPS diet, there's all different kinds of ranges of things that you can do, and some are better than others. So I'm kind of in the range of lowish carb paleo side of things, but I'm still playing around with it, trying new things, and so far it seems to be helping. I do really wish that it helped better with my fatigue, because that is a very serious problem for me, but I also have some other health issues going on that could also be very much feeding into this problem with fatigue. And when you're in pain all the time, it's exhausting. So, but that's not MS related. So in the end, it's still a challenge, there's still a struggle, but I have such happy good news. I was so happy to get my report from my MRI, and I was optimistic that it was going to say something along those lines. So of course, I did get my own copy of it. I always recommend that you request a copy of your own medical records. So they send it to me on CD, which is awesome. I can go and look at the weird pictures of my brain, but it's pretty cool. And it's nice to have those because you never know when you're going to end up having to see a different doctor and maybe not have those files right away ready for them. And so if you've got them, you can actually say, here you go, here's a copy. So, or if you have a friend who's a doctor, you could show them and say, hey, what do you think about this? You know, there's lots of different reasons why that could be useful. But in the end, it's your health. You need to take control of it, and you need to have copies of your own records. That includes blood tests, everything else. And even keep copies of your appointments if possible, if you can record them or make notes afterwards, or bring a friend or a family member so that they can also be a witness to how the discussion went in case you forget things. I think that's just super helpful. So that's my news for today. Highly recommend checking out my previous video about MS and nutrition, and we'll let you know as things progress. If anything changes, then I will do another video and let you know. And I think in the future from here, I'll probably start discussing more of some of the other struggles that I'm having, the challenges, because I don't have diagnosis and I'm just kind of stuck in the system with that. So I'm learning as I go, and I'm hoping some of the treatment that I do for my MS may also be helpful for these other things that are going on, because I think there is an autoimmune component there as well. So thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, if you're curious about my journey, please feel free to subscribe and offer suggestions in the comments. If there's anything you would like for me to talk about or to answer any questions, then that would be fine with me too. And hope you have a great day, and God bless.